He was just a kid from Corrales, New Mexico, a boy with big dreams, dyslexia struggles, and a love for performing. But against the odds, Jace Norman rose to become one of Nickelodeon's biggest stars of the 2010s. From leading a generation as Henry Hart and Henry Danger, to winning Kids' Choice Awards year after year, to launching his own businesses, Jace's story is not just about fame, it's about resilience, vision, and a journey far beyond Nickelodeon. Born on March 21, 2000 in Corrales, New Mexico, Jace Lee Norman grew up in a small-town setting, surrounded by nature and family. He was the youngest of 3 children, with one older brother and one older sister. At the age of 8, Jace's life would change forever when his family moved to Southern California. But the move wasn't easy. In middle school, Jace struggled with dyslexia, a learning difference that made reading and writing a constant battle. He faced bullying from classmates, feeling isolated and misunderstood. Yet, instead of letting it define him, Jace used his struggles as fuel, building resilience and creativity that would later shine through on screen. In 2012, at just 12 years old, Jace got his first big break with a guest role on Disney Channel's Jessie. Playing a character named Finch in the episode Are You Cooler Than a Fifth Grader?, Jace stepped into Hollywood's spotlight for the very first time. He went on to appear in shows like Dead Time Stories and The Thundermans, slowly building his experience. But no one could have predicted what came next, a role that would transform him into a household name for millions of kids around the world. In 2014, Nickelodeon launched a brand new superhero sitcom, Henry Danger. And at the center of it was Jace Norman, cast as Henry Hart, a regular teenager who secretly becomes the sidekick to the superhero Captain Man. The show exploded in popularity. With its mix of comedy, action, and heart, Henry Danger became Nickelodeon's flagship series of the decade, running for 6 seasons and 121 episodes. For kids, Henry Hart wasn't just a character. He was a role model, someone navigating school, friendship, responsibility, and adventure. For Jace, it was life-changing. He went from being a bullied kid to one of the most recognized faces on Nickelodeon. His natural charm, comedic timing, and chemistry with the cast made the series a hit. But Jace wasn't only Henry Hart. Nickelodeon quickly saw his star power, casting him in a string of original movies. In Splitting Atom, 2015, he played a boy who accidentally clones himself. In Rufus, 2016, and its sequel, Rufus 2, 2017, Jace transformed into a dog-turned-human in a hilarious family adventure. He even voiced the title character in the animated sci-fi film Spark, 2017. Then, in 2019, he took on the role of Xander DeVete in Bixler High Private Eye, playing a detective unraveling mysteries. Each role showed that Jace wasn't just a Nickelodeon star. He was versatile, capable of comedy, action, and even voice acting. The fans noticed. Found from 2017 to 2021, Jace won the Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Male TV Star 5 years in a row. No other Nickelodeon actor of his generation matched that streak. It was clear Jace Norman had become the face of Nickelodeon. But Jace wasn't content with just acting. Behind the scenes, he was already thinking bigger. In 2018, at just 17 years old, he co-founded Creator Edge Media, a company connecting social media influencers with brands. The goal: to reshape the way businesses and creators collaborate in the digital age. And after Henry Danger ended in 2020, Jace shifted into producing. He worked behind the camera on Nickelodeon's Danger Force, even making guest appearances as Henry Hart. By 2024, he made his directorial debut with the episode, Hey, Where's Shoez? Fans who grew up with Henry Hart always wondered, would Jace ever return? In January 2022, the answer came. It was announced that Jace Norman would reprise his role in Henry Danger the Movie, a Paramount Plus feature film, not just as the star, but also as an executive producer, shaping the story alongside Nickelodeon. In 2025, the long-awaited movie finally hit screens, marking a new chapter for Jace and for fans who grew up with Kid Danger. Off-screen, Jace has kept much of his personal life private, but he has shared glimpses with fans, like in 2023, when he announced he was opening a restaurant in his hometown of Corrales, New Mexico. A full-circle moment, returning to the place when it all began. From acting to producing, from entrepreneurship to directing, Jace Norman is no longer just the Nickelodeon kid star. He is building a future as a multifaceted creator. Jace Norman's journey is a reminder that success doesn't come without struggle. From overcoming dyslexia and bullying to becoming Nickelodeon's most celebrated star, to now shaping his own future in entertainment and business, his story is still being written. And for the fans who grew up with him, his legacy will always be that of Kid Danger, the boy who became a hero. The narration plays alongside video clips showing Jace Norman in his Henry Danger role, then transitions to clips of him directing and producing, ending with a shot of him smiling at a Nickelodeon event. This is the story of Jace Norman.